I hope that you're doing amazing wherever you are in the world. My name is Shikha and I welcome you to my channel. As always, I'm so grateful that you are listening, subscribing, and commenting. I do appreciate the support. And if you're interested in supporting me further, you can do that by going to my Patreon or Ko-fi link. They're both in the description below. In this one, I wanted to speak to you guys about something abstract, but something that has been on my mind for a while now. Something that I've been thinking about a lot because of all of the random things going on this planet right now. Especially, this kind of thought came into my head through the Australian bushfires. And if you are alive on this planet right now, you probably know about that. Even if you haven't really read up on what's going on exactly, you know that there have been fires going on, bushfires going on in the forests in Australia. Or in Australia in general, for the past few months. I think since September, and in general, it's killed over 500 million animals and destroyed a lot of property and created a lot of homeless people who are displaced. They don't have anywhere to go because their homes were destroyed. The reason I'm doing this video is not to talk about Australia particularly, but I was thinking about it in general, how we are basically destroying the planet. And a couple of days ago, I went to a meditation retreat. So I went away for a couple of 2-3 days, and I was in this natural resort. So I was like surrounded by nature, and I was sitting there, and I could just face this beautiful mountain with a lake, and with a small lake, and trees and a forest, and just beauty around me. And I would just sit there, facing this mountain, facing this nature, and meditate. And one of the main things that came up for me was a lot of sorrow for Mother Earth in general. I sat there and I cried for hours on end, just bawling my face off because of the fact that, we are basically really punishing Mother Earth, even though she takes care of us like a mother. She cradles us and she gives us everything she has and more, and never asks for anything in return, like a true mother, very unconditional love. And I just sat there and I cried and I cried and I cried. And then, I asked her in my meditation, I asked Mother Earth, what can I do to give back to this planet? What can I do to give back to you? What can I do apart from all the other things that I'm doing already? The minimalist lifestyle, not purchasing anything, making sure that I'm vegetarian, vegan as much as possible, making sure that I use as little plastic as possible, trying to reuse, recycle, reduce, or just use reusable items as much as possible. So, I take my takeout containers with me and my glass so that I can get smoothies and food in non-plastic containers that can be thrown out, right? So I'm already doing little things like that, very little tiny things like that. And so, I asked her, what can I do to help you? And it's funny because, I share this knowing that you guys will be able to relate to it, perhaps. But if it seems too crazy to you, too out there, then obviously you can go off to the next video or another video. But I literally sat there and she, replied back to me. Maybe it was just a delusion on my part, but I really truly felt like she was speaking to me. And, she said, it's going to be all right. The truth is, she said, that I am stronger than any of you, no matter if there are 8 billion of you or 10 billion or 15 billion, whatever it might be. And eventually, what you're doing here as human beings you're destroying yourself. You're not doing really anything to me because I will recover and recuperate as soon as you leave, or as soon as some opportunity is given to me, I'll be back to normal before you know it. And you guys have probably seen stories of this kind where, a landscape or environment in a particular area was completely destroyed, and then someone came in and, tried to rejuvenate it, and within 10 years, it was completely back to normal. All the endangered species all the species that had left came back. Some endangered species came back as well, and, the trees and the forests were back to normal within the matter of time, very short amount of time. And so she said to me, you're basically destroying yourself, and I'm going to be here forever as much as possible. But you're not, and you're just killing yourself in the process of trying to take resources from me at a rate that's completely astounding. And so she said, don't worry about me. I'll be here and I'm going to be all right. and so you have nothing to worry about. And maybe this is just me trying to console myself and say, oh, it's okay, we can do whatever we want. But that's not what I'm really saying. I'm not saying that we should just do whatever we want because it doesn't matter anyways, she's gonna be fine. Because obviously I want humanity to successfully be here for a long period of time. I love humanity. It is not apart from nature. We are a part of nature. And we are a part of this ecosystem that is developed here on the Mother Earth. A lot of times, I think, because of the fact that we are so separate from nature, we think that we're put on this planet as a virus to kill everything else. And we do behave like that sometimes. But in reality, I do think that we are put on here as a consciousness that's here to appreciate the beauty of this planet and the beauty of this universe, and to make this world better and better. And in a lot of ways, we do that. We do bring a lot of love to this planet. We do bring a lot of consciousness to this planet. We're always constantly learning about this world that we live in. And we're constantly being in community, sharing with each other, loving each other, improving this world in a lot of ways as well. Not only destroying it. There's a lot of good things we do as well. And I really do believe, the more I see of the world, that there is a reason that human beings are on this planet. Not only there is a reason that I am here particularly, or you're here particularly, which I do believe as well, but in general, humanity is here for a reason as well. Now, of course, it also is that we're on a learning process, and we are adolescents right now. We're still growing and learning and becoming better and better. And so a lot of us are young souls, and we haven't learned that much, and we're in the process of learning. But in the process of learning, we're also destroying the planet, which is maybe something that has to happen. Maybe that's fate, man. Maybe that's destiny. Maybe that's predestined. That's supposed to happen for us to learn from our mistakes. We don't know, really. We're a minuscule part of this whole entire world. But in general, I do believe that there's a reason humanity is here. We're not just a virus unleashed on this planet. We are here for a good reason, a very good reason. And we're here to complete this ecosystem. The consciousness that we bring to the planet, I think, completes it. The universe needs us around, because without consciousness, how would you even know if the universe existed, right? So I'm bringing a lot of random topics in here, but my basic essence here is to tell you that there is a reason that humanity is here. And yes, we are perhaps going on the wrongish path right now. Or maybe we're not. Maybe this is supposed to happen. But in general, Mother Earth is going to be fine. It doesn't mean, of course, that we just do whatever we want, throw garbage everywhere, kill the oceans, and all of that. We do our level best to protect her in our own little way, in our own unique way. But we also have to remember that there are forces stronger than us around us. There are forces stronger than us that are taking care of all of that is around us. The universe has been around for billions of years. We've been around for thousands of years. And so you really can't imagine that we are so powerful in our minusculeness. We can't imagine that we're so powerful that we're going to destroy Mother Earth when she's been here for billions of years. And even though we might cause her hurt, and we are causing her hurt, and we are kind of not really being good stewards of this world that we live in, even then, I believe, especially from this conversation I had with Mother Earth, which you might think is a delusional thing, but for me it was so powerful and real. I do really believe that she has put us here for a reason. The universe has put us here for a reason, and she's going to be all right. We will disappear if we keep on going on this path. We're the ones who are going to be destroyed, because what's really going to happen after we do all this nonsense is we're not going to have enough food to eat. We're not going to have enough air to breathe. We're not going to have enough water to drink, and we're the ones who are going to be eliminated. And then what? And then Mother Earth is still there. It might take her a few years, a few tens of years or dozens of years to recuperate, but eventually she will come back, and perhaps a new consciousness will develop at that point. I have no idea. I'm not precognitive that way, but I do believe that we really need to realize that, again, we're not a virus placed on this planet. We might be behaving like that sometimes, but Mother Earth knows better than us. The universe knows better than us. We are not as powerful as we give ourselves credence for. We are here for an important reason, but we don't have enough power to destroy something that has been here for eons. And so if you really think about it, we do the best we can, But we don't go into the depths of despair and just misery, because I notice that a lot of us do this. A lot of us on this planet are in this mode right now. A lot of us are ignoring what's happening and thinking that, okay, everything's fine as long as I'm fine and everything is okay. It doesn't really matter. They're being selfish in that regard, which is okay. That's their path. But what I'm saying is that a lot of us have gone into a mode of absolute sadness, absolute desperation and misery and apathy, and just this mode where we're like, well, nothing matters anyways, so I'm going to do whatever I want, and Mother Earth's going to die anyways because we're such idiots as human beings, and so what does it matter anyways? And also going into this mode of absolutely hating humanity, which I really don't like. Any of those paths I don't feel like are useful in any shape or form. So I wanted to do this video because maybe perhaps you can have your own conversation with Mother Earth. Go to nature or a park or a forest, somewhere that you feel Mother Earth is really prominent for you, and have that conversation with her. I know this is a very woo-woo thing to say, and I do realize that. But really, having this conversation with her last weekend has given me so much peace. I'm still going to keep on doing the best I can in protecting her and keep on sharing the message and keep on doing my little things. But I do realize that she's a powerful being, much, much more powerful than me. I'm going to be here for a few more years at most. She's going to be here for billions of years more, hopefully. And so it's really foolhardy of me to say, oh, yeah, so I'm destroying the world and I should be punished for it. And I think that's what a lot of us are doing, and I don't think it's necessary. I really don't think it's necessary. I hope this makes sense. I know this is out there, but I'm sure a lot of you will be able to relate to this. Of course, if you have questions on this, please comment below. And if you're interested in supporting me further, you can do that by going to my Patreon or Ko-fi link. They're in the description below. I shall see you guys the next time around. Bye for now.